Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
The thorns! There's thorns!
What looks like a boring old dirt track to most people is actually the front door to a full-blown adventure. The sort of place where you either have the time of your life or end up yelling, "Oh, you're bloody joking," at the trees. This forest is huge, untouched, and honestly, half the time I reckon I'm the only Muppet silly enough to go exploring out here. One wrong step and I'd be properly up the creek. No paddle, no reception, and no one having the faintest clue where I've wandered off to. Classic Dale behaviour. That's why I don't take chances. I always tell the fam where I'm heading and chuck an air tag in the kit just in case I decide to get lost with style and flair. About 18 months ago I started mapping this whole area, and every weekend since has been another wild mission into the great unknown. Every ride's a rush, surprise twists, random dead ends and sketchy little moments where I'm thinking, yep, this is how I die. I've seen some absolutely cooked stuff too. Massive fallen trees blocking the track, the kind that make you go, righto, who's been mucking around out here? And then you start wondering if you should stick around to find out. Spoiler, absolutely not. When something feels off, I don't hang around waiting for the Deliverance banjo to start playing. I spin around and head back because staying alive beats starring in my own bushland crime documentary. I usually ride solo as well, soaking up the peace and quiet while dodging anything that looks even a tiny bit sus, which out here is basically everything that moves, breathes or rustles. The route I've carved winds deeper and deeper into the forest, leading me into tougher terrain that's an absolute blast to tackle. I've poured countless hours into piecing this track together, and now it's my secret weapon for future missions. Every challenge drags me back like a magpie spotting a cyclist. But there's one thing you can't forget out here. There's zero phone reception. Zip nada. Not even a pity bar pretending to work. That's why the trusty Garmin InReach is worth its weight in gold, making sure I can always find my way home instead of becoming a fun fact on a missing persons poster. And trust me, the next ride's shaping up to be another ripper, full of fresh thrills, new discoveries, and probably at least one moment where I yell, "Oh, come on, mate," at a tree that's decided to fall directly across my path just to spite me. I'm staring at this absolute monster of a fallen tree. Looked like a bunch of cranky drop bears had a wild party in it, trashed the joint, then pushed it over just to mess with riders. Instead of turning back like a sensible human, I took a cheeky detour down this skinny little track absolutely infested with thorns and vines, the kind that grab your arms like they're trying to claim you as their new king. It got so steep my legs started lodging formal complaints with HR, but I was keen as, grinning like a kookaburra that's just pinched someone's sausage roll.
Ah, thorns. Fuck. Ow. Shit. Oh, that just made that worse. Ah, shit, thorns everywhere. Alright. That's where I'm going to come back.
Yep, made it around the tree this time. Only had a couple of killer vines latch onto my boots on the way through, trying to yank me to a stop like the whole bush suddenly turned into a cranky bouncer going, "Oh, hey mate, you're not on the list. Now listen up. I won't bang on for ages, so kick back, relax and enjoy the ride, you legends." I've snagged some absolute perler footage because this little patch of bush is a dead set hidden gem. This place is big and packed with gorgeous forestry, random logging chaos, and enough twisty tracks to keep me grinning like a seagull that's just found a half-eaten packet of chips at the servo. I can spend hours zigzagging up these hills pretending I'm fitter than I actually am. You know, doing that heroic breathing where you're trying to look majestic, but you sound like a vacuum cleaner choking on a sock. And right now, picture me at the top, hands on hips, admiring the view, which is comedian speak for trying not to spew and hoping no wildlife saw me nearly cark it on the climb. Soon I'll spin around and head back down, hopefully without stacking it in front of a kangaroo, giving me that disappointed dad look like, "Mate, pull yourself together." And who knows what this ride's going to throw at me next. Could be smooth sailing, could be absolute chaos, could be me yelling, "Oh, you're bloody kidding," at yet another fallen tree that's decided to ruin my day on purpose. Either way, I'm keen as mustard to dive deeper into these trails, because out here, every corner is either a postcard moment or a stitch-up waiting to happen. Yeah, by that time of day on the ride home, I start getting lazy. You know, that magical hour where I suddenly reckon I'm lazy Superman, blind Devil Knievel, and a WR demigod with training wheels all rolled into one. Reality check. I'm just a regular bloke clinging to a Yamaha and praying it doesn't decide to yeet me off the edge of a steep embankment that looks like it drops straight into the centre of the earth. The trip back should have been a walk in the park. All I had to do was cruise around one fallen tree. One single tree. Easy as, but nope, my brain had already clocked off for the day, probably sitting in the corner smashing a meat pie, and suddenly there's this log across the track like it's been lying there all afternoon going, "Wait till this idiot shows up." Next second, whack! I hit it. The bike launches sideways like it's trying to flee the country without doing the paperwork, and I go straight into a tree. Proper chaos. Arms everywhere, legs everywhere, bike parts doing their own tax return. My dignity? Gone. Vanished. Entered witness protection. And just when you think it couldn't get any more embarrassing, oh no. When I fell off, I didn't just hit the ground. I went straight into a bloody patch of thorns. Full body acupuncture. Looked like a human pincushion. Even the wildlife was probably standing there like, "Mate, you good?" Because that was rough.
Son of a bitch. Oh, the thorns. There's thorns. Well, that didn't go as planned. Oh, there's thorns everywhere. Oh, frickin' vines everywhere. So if you come this way, look out for the vines. Or just don't crash. I should have moved that. Special ed. I should have done better than that.